Did you know Australia has the largest coral reef system in the world? The so-called Great Barrier Reef is home to more than 1,500 fish species and is considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the natural world. The largest coral reef stretches for more than 1,400 miles on the east coast of Australia. The reef is important to Australia as it protects the coastline from strong waves and tropical cyclones. Besides, the coral reef is a great tourist attraction as it creates activities in the area like scuba diving and snorkeling to see the beauty of marine life and live corals. Hey there, if you're new here, welcome to our channel. We focus on traveling around the greatest beach and ocean destinations around the world. If you love going to sandy beaches and visiting top attractions, you have come to the right spot. Stay with us and enjoy. Sydney is well known for its astonishing tourist destinations, one of the best in the Southern Hemisphere, especially the historical buildings like the Sydney Opera House, which gives an outstanding universal value. When going for a tour in the land of the Harbour City, it is best to get what the city can offer to enjoy your stay. From visiting the historical places, watching marine life in an underground aquarium, visit Taronga Zoo, and stopping by an Australian museum. To make your Sydney vacation feel more extra special, yachting in the Harbour City waters while sipping on your favorite cocktail will make your stay delightful. There are plenty of top attractions that you can go to in Sydney. There might be a few islands to go to in the region, but there are a handful of beaches down the coast if you are craving for sandy beaches like the Bunga Beach, Newport Beach, Whale Beach, and Palm Beach. No matter what your itinerary looks like, as a first-timer you should include the top attractions that we have listed to make your trip worthwhile. Here are the top attractions in Sydney, Australia. The Rocks. The first on the list is The Rocks. The city is well known for its busy streets, high-rise buildings, and high-rise shopping districts across George Street. It is the oldest place in the city of Sydney, where there are old buildings considered to be historical places, just like the 3-star hotel, the Russell Boutique Hotel, which was also the oldest establishment from the 19th century. If you're looking for a place to stay in the city of Sydney, this could be your best bet since it is also along George Street. Besides, if you can't sleep at night without having your favorite cocktail, there's a cocktail bar named the Push Cocktail Bar downstairs. While most of the activities in the area are historical places, museums, and arts, it might get you famished by just walking along the stretch of George Street. So I have a few restaurant recommendations that you should try. The Rocks is also filled with restaurants with mouth-watering dishes on the menu. If you are thinking of a fine dining restaurant and a vegan-friendly one, I suggest eating at the William Blue Dining. The food is superb and flavorful, and there are plenty of dishes you can choose from. If you're craving for a burger, then the Rocks Cafe will be your best bet. But if you want to try the famous steakhouse in the area, then Ribs and Burgers, The Rocks, is the way to go. Royal Botanical Garden. The next on the list is Royal Botanic Garden. You would not believe it, but the Royal Botanic Garden is the oldest garden in the country of Australia. It was established during the 19th century and is still being taken care of. The land area is estimated to be more than 66 acres along the Sydney Harbour shores. The garden has over 25,000 individual plants, which are found in over 70 countries, and has an estimated 8,000 or more different plant species at the garden. Some are considered quite rare. Visiting the quaint botanic garden is a must. The park does not charge any entrance fee, and if you want a tour guide, you can find one, and they don't charge fees as well. If you feel hungry and want to munch for a few minutes, there are several restaurants and cafes inside the garden. Recommended cafes are the Calyx Experience, Pacolomi Royal Botanic Gardens, Botanic House, and if your hunger cannot be suppressed by the cafes, then Quay Dining and Aria Restaurant Sydney is your best bet, which is located on Macquarie Street, just outside the garden. If you wish to continue your journey inside the garden, feel free to do so. Just a quick tip, that it will take you almost a day or two to roam around the Royal Botanic Garden. If you're wondering about that big city with white arch roofs that looks like the sail of a boat, just continue watching and I'll discuss it. Sydney Opera House. Are you still with me? Good. Now the next on the list is the Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House was built by 10,000 construction workers for 14 years. The Opera House was completed in the year 1959 and was awarded in 2003 the Pritzker Architecture Prize to Jorn Utzon, the architect of the Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House is one of the greatest icons in the world and has been uplifted into an UNESCO World Heritage Site and is the main attraction in the harbor of Sydney. The Opera House has over 1,500 performances yearly. According to records, the Opera House has an annual visitor of 1.2 million people. Now that's crazy. It's like more than 3,000 people visit the Opera House daily. If you're planning to watch an event at the Opera House, the events include musical theater, classical music, contemporary music, and more. Once the shows are done and you are starving, dining in one of the restaurants near the Opera House will satisfy your palate. There are a handful of restaurants, like the Portside Sydney Opera House, Western Foyers, Opera Kitchen, and the Benny Log, which is a gourmet dining place. Every food enthusiast will enjoy the flavorful dishes at the restaurant they choose. After you have satisfied your palate, you can visit the Opera Bar for some extraordinary cocktails, if you have the time. A visit during the night will bring you joy. If you are not aware, the Opera House will light up every night to show off its beautiful lights and display. For a better view, it is advised to bring your yacht nearby and watch the Opera House as it lights up the entire place while drinking your favorite drink for that night. Sports. The next top attraction in Sydney, Australia is Sports Ground. If you want to discover more about the sports of Australia, you should head to Moore Park. The national sport of Australia is cricket. If you want to watch the event live, head to Sydney Cricket Ground. If you just want to enjoy your stay and have some fun, the tickets are so affordable you don't need to even think twice. Cricket is not the only game the Australians play. Even rugby league, soccer, tennis, AFL, golf, and even swimming as well. Circular Quay. The next on the list is Circular Quay. If you just want to take a break from the activities that you are doing, then Circular Quay should be the place you should visit. The Circular Quay is known for its major transport hubs, busy wharves, elegant restaurants, deluxe hotels, and the amazing view of Harbour Bridge, as well as the view of Opera House. If you want to view the beauty of Opera House lights during the night, go to Circular Quay. There, the view is nice, but you should expect crowds there when you are going to watch the Opera House lights. But if you want to finish the day uniquely in Circular Quay, you can get your luxury yacht and do sunset sailing while waiting for the lights. If visiting during the nighttime, eating al fresco in Circular Quay will bring your Sydney experience to the next level. There are plenty of restaurants on Circular Quay, so it is up to you where you want to eat during dinner. However, to experience the best al fresco in your life, Whale Bridge is the way to go. It is the closest restaurant on the water of Circular Quay. If you just can't get over how beautiful the view of Circular Quay is, the Pullman Quay Grand Sydney Harbour is there to help you. The hotel has the view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, which is perfect to look at even in the morning as well, just by appreciating the beauty at work. Just remember, you can't come to Sydney and not take a trip to Circular Quay. Enjoy while you're at it. Darling Harbour. Now, if you're planning to bring your family with you during your visit to Sydney, bringing them to Darling Harbour will keep all of them happy from the activities Darling Harbour has to offer. From the Sydney Aquarium, wildlife, museum, and even the Darling Quarter Playground. Perfect for kids, right? And for adults too. If you and your family or friends are hungry, there are restaurants nearby. Just pick what your palate is craving for. There are plenty of restaurants to choose from seafood, steakhouse, Brazilian barbecues, European cuisine, and even Asian cuisine as well. If everyone is indecisive of where to eat, then you should lead the pack and decide what's best for the team. But if you bring your kids with you and they are acting up, then there's a nearby McDonald's and Tumbalong Park playground. A happy child is a healthy child. Climate. Sydney is known for its sunny climate with warm summers, which is perfect to do outdoor activities. The light winters make Sydney an enjoyable place to visit. But during the summer, the temperature should be between 18 degrees to 26 degrees Celsius, which is pretty cool and sunny weather during the summer. Overall, the city of Sydney is best to visit during the summer when it's not too cold and not too hot. A coastal city you can cherish and enjoy, rich in culture and very wholesome people. A city where you can sail your yacht during the night while sipping your favorite cocktail drink. If you loved every minute of this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, then hit the subscribe button below and click the notification bell to notify you when a new video has been uploaded. And I'll see you again in the next one.